now you can see that this is like my favorite new spot to do my videos. I just like having my plants and my incense wafting up while I talk to you guys. I think that's very nice. So I was reading this amazing book this morning. My friend Joanna Darling got it for me for my birthday. I don't think I've mentioned Joanna yet, but she is a soul success coach and she is super cool. And for my birthday, she got me a book called In the Company of Women. So this book is a profile and interview with women all over the country who are in business as entrepreneurs, and the author did her best to get the biggest diversity possible. Some of the women are trans, they're older, younger, in different parts of the country, immigrants, natives, people of color, lots of diversity. It's so much fun. One of the profiles I was reading talked about success being living in your purpose. And it really got me thinking, because I've noticed that there's a lot of talk of like following your passion and following your bliss and starting a business doing what you love and the money will follow, and that's a lot of like woo, and it doesn't always work out like that. One of the quotes that she said in this book is that success is preparation meeting opportunity. And that is a much more accurate description of what happens for entrepreneurs. Starting a business doesn't start with, I have a passion for X. It starts with practicalities. I personally have a passion for photography, which is why I have so much great photography equipment, hence I'm recording these videos. But I found that I don't have the stamina to be standing on my feet for 8 hours a day. I don't like the work of a lot of photography, but I love what photography does. I love the stories that it can tell. For a while I thought like, oh, maybe I'll be on National Geographic or the BBC, but you know, okay, so that passed because it was a passion. It was a hobby. It was something that I loved to do, and it made people feel good to have a photograph taken that looked really good of them. It took a lot of soul searching to discover what I'm good at. And when you're doing what you're good at, you feel good. When you're doing things or you're around things that you love and that you are good at, you start to have a byproduct of happiness. Joy comes from doing things that fulfill you and that utilize your skills in the best way possible. You're not going to be able to discover what your purpose is in life. Trying to discover what your purpose is kind of like saying you want to watch the end of the movie before having watched the rest of the movie. You can't do it. We don't get that opportunity here in life. We live on what seems to be a linear timeline, although many of us go back and forth on that one, and there's no way to know the ending. We're not omnipresent. We cannot know our purpose until we've already been there. It took me years of evidential study, essentially, in order to try to figure out, okay, what am I good at? What lights me up? Just like I said, when you're doing what you're good at, you start to get happy. So what tasks, what outcomes make me feel happy, make me feel fulfilled? And where have I been able to make most impact in my life? Because I know for me, it's really important for me to feel like I've left something of a legacy. I've left something behind, whether it's imprinted on the minds of other humans or physical, like my book that's coming out, which, by the way, my proof is sitting right there and I haven't opened it yet and I'm freaking out. But work first, play later. So don't try to discover your purpose and don't chase your passion. Instead, focus on what evidence you have in your life for what you're good at and what brings you joy. I finally discovered that throughout all of my endeavors, what has brought me the most joy is helping people get around their bullshit, get self-actualized, and kick ass. in their businesses. I really believe that entrepreneurship is a fantastic method for changing the world. Yes, sometimes business is inundated with greed, and those aren't the people that I work with. I work with the people who say, I have something to do in this world and I'm going to do it and do it fantastically. And I come in and I say, great, let's disrupt everything you've ever known in your life and in the market, and we're going to rebuild a rock solid foundation in order to make this work as successful as possible. That lights me up. Seeing that light happen in their eyes when we stumble on something really key is huge to me. And that's where I feel like I'm leaving a legacy in this world. But it took almost a decade for me to figure out that was where I should be working. And that might change too. The best bet we have in discovering our purpose is following breadcrumbs. But you'll know it when you hit on it. I remind my clients that business is a hypothesis. Your life sort of is too. You're going to come up with ideas, test them. If doors open, you might be onto something. But if it feels like an uphill battle, you might have gone the wrong way. And that's okay, because now you have more evidence towards what you truly ought to be doing. Don't forget, success happens when preparation meets opportunity. So get prepared and the doors will open.